centroidal. What does it mean?
Hello, Daniel Parker.
Mothman?
I go by many names, but real answers cannot be found by looking.
Finally got you on the line again.
I come to you with a dire warning.
You've got like a warning or a dream or a prophecy or something. Well, I've got this.
The f***?
I finally caught you, Mothman.
Where am I? How did you do that? What do you want from me?
Answers.
To what, your prophecy?
To the word stuff. I'm interested in the word stuff, but no, there's something more important. Something I have to know.
What is your deal? Like, what am I supposed to think your whole deal is? What's a Mothman? Like, I'm having a really hard time following the lore. Like, you're a spooky flying red eyes guy, but also you do like cryptic prophecies before a big tragedy. But also there's like phone electricity magic stuff. It's like, how's that all supposed to come together? Are moths known for prophecy? Is that connected in a way I'm not realizing? It's just really all over the place. Like, what's your thing?
My thing is, I'm Mothman. Look at me. I do Mothman stuff.
Right, but you're supposed to be like a cryptid, right?
Yes.
Well, cryptids usually have like a pretty clear idea. Like Bigfoot, he's got big feet. Loch Ness Monster is an underwater dinosaur. The Yeti, cold Bigfoot.
And Mothman. He's Mothman. Look, everyone gets what my deal is.
I don't think they do, bro. Maybe they've heard of the Richard Gere movie if they're of a certain age. For a lot of people, I think they would probably assume you're like a comic book character they're not familiar with. Like, I don't think there's a lot of like brand awareness there. Like when you started haunting me, you started saying like the random prophecy words.
Spark, centroidal, glue, magnet, yeah.
Right, I was like, oh, well, I should like talk to a Mothman expert. And the only people who know anything about you are like old guys in libraries who just sort of like shudder and mumble, Mothman! And then they run out of the stacks and they leave just like an old book of folklore open.
You're overcomplicating this, man. I'm a giant moth with red eyes who warns people about stuff. And sometimes I take the form of a human named Indrid Cold. Indrid Cold.
That's too many ideas. You're a human sometimes too? What's that for?
It's another way I like to get around, but even then, I'm still Mothman. See?
For me, honestly, those look more like bat wings than moth wings. In my visions, I thought you were like a heron, like red eyes and maybe like, I don't know, like a sandhill crane maybe?
It's Mothman. And sometimes it's Indrid. And for a little while in 2002, I took the form of one of the members of 98 Degrees.
Okay. Were you...
I was the fourth one. I think I was called Justin or something. Justin from 98 Degrees.
Okay, so shape-shifting, that's part of your deal?
Yes, that's one of the coolest parts. I get to choose which form I want to take on here, because in the dimension I'm from...
Sorry, you're from another dimension?
I'm from another dimension, yeah.
Okay, so that's not helping.
But in the dimension I'm from, I look kind of like an undulating vapor wrapped around a cube. So I choose different forms to appear as here that might be like interesting, impactful, memorable.
Right, oh yes, everyone remembers Indrid Cold.
Exactly, and so there's this large moth form here that looks kind of spooky and creepy in a way that I thought would like grab attention, but mainly it ties into one of my biggest things, which is, of course, my chrysalis phase.
You're what now?
Yeah, when I transform into a big dangly lump at the top of a tower, it looks just like a moth's chrysalis. Obviously in that phase is when I can influence the tides.
Okay, I don't know how that connects with any of it, like even a little bit. Just so you know, that's not like a known part of your lore.
Really?
Yeah, like most of the other stuff at least like vaguely rings a bell. That I've never heard of. I don't think anyone has picked up on that bit.
Wow, that's like one of my biggest things. Like I'm out here doing tide stuff like a lot.
Well, it's not resonating.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
No, it literally is. I'm using sound frequencies to resonate with the waves to control the tides.
Okay, fine. So you're doing tide stuff, which no one knows about.
Apparently.
You're doing prophecies unrelated to the tide stuff, and the prophecies sort of all bring you back to Point Pleasant, West Virginia for some reason?
Among other places.
Like where?
Chicago, Flagstaff, Moscow, the moon. You know, the normal spots.
All right, so you're in like all these different places, you have all these different names and powers and appearances, and you're like a weird bat, heron, moth thing. It's just all like, it's really muddy, man.
Wow, okay, I don't really appreciate the negative energy you're throwing my way.
Well, I don't like being haunted in such like a non-specific way. It's very confusing for me.
Well, you must know more about me than you're letting on. You laser trapped me here.
No, the laser gun thing was like the 60th thing I've tried. It was total luck. I don't even know if it's actually gonna be able to kill you.
To kill me? Whoa, what?
Well, yeah, maybe, dude. I don't know. Like, I couldn't figure out what you were, so I didn't know if you were like a threat or not. So yes, maybe kill you. Maybe.
No, not a threat. The not threat option. No.
Not a threat? Let's check. You like whisper in my ear, like flying through my peripheral vision while I'm trying to like safely drive at night. That's very dangerous. You're saying like centroidal and crap. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You're harassing me through an unplugged phone. Like it feels like you're a threat.
Not how I mean it to come off, man. I'm not trying to attack anyone. That is not my thing.
Are you sure that's not your thing? Because it seems like you don't actually know what your thing is.
I don't, okay? I don't know exactly what my thing is. You're right. And I guess it's confusing and maybe it comes across as a little scary because I'm a little all over the place. But really, it's because I like doing a bunch of stuff. Like being a multi-hyphenate is interesting to me, you know? And yes, maybe I'm not making a ton of progress in any one category, but that's like outside pressure, right? It's always this outside voice saying like, you have to choose a lane in life. But what if I don't wanna? Huh? What if I like being a Renaissance Mothman? But I guess it makes everything, yes, a little bit muddy. Is that what you needed to hear?
Yes, thank you.
If I'm being really honest with myself, I guess subconsciously, I'm like realizing I can't fail if I don't fully commit, right? Somehow it's safer dabbling than diving.
Yeah, this is the first thing I really like dove into. I'm a dabbler too.
But like, I get the value of it. Like, I see what it's done for the chupacabra. That idea shouldn't work, right? He's a vampire, coyote, reptile thing. Like, what's going on there? But he sucks goats. End of the day, dude's a goat sucker. That's clean. People understand goat sucking. People notice goat sucking.
But do you want to be noticed? Aren't cryptids supposed to be like hidden?
Well, sure, but you still want there to be like a buzz.
Sure. Yeah. Well, listen, man, like obviously both of us are having trouble pinning down what you are, but that doesn't mean we can't, right? If we dig down, we can find it. Like I'm sure you've got a goat sucking in you somewhere.
Really? You mean that? Yeah. Swish marketing was one of my things, you know?
Sure, that would help. I would say like, think about, is there something that has popped hardest for you that you've like connected with most? Because I think you want to like find one thing and like zone in on it.
Yes. Well, one thing that always excited me was like the electricity phone stuff, but then with the advent of like wireless phones and cell phones popping up everywhere, then the whole like, oh, your landline's unplugged, but I'm still talking to you thing wasn't popping as hard.
Yes, it was okay. I didn't mind it.
Sure, yeah, no, I still use it from time to time, but I definitely put it on the back burner, along with my wood fire oven restoration hobby building back burners.
Yeah, both of those feel a little dated.
Yeah. Another thing I was considering was maybe being like a city-dwelling cryptid. You know, that's kind of unfamiliar, but Jersey Devil, all over that. Definitely his thing, even though he is doing red eye stuff like me, and I was doing that first.
Cool. Yeah. So I would say for me, like the warnings are kind of like the most like original feeling piece.
So like when I shapeshift to replace missing road signs.
When you do what?
This thing. Or one of these.
No, that's not what not sign stuff. No, I meant like when you do prophecies, like I feel like that's good.
Hang on, that's good feedback.
Yes.
That's good feedback,
okay.
Yes. Yeah, if I'm going whole hog on prophecy stuff, I could be one of those like Minority Report milk pool people, you know? Like kind of see fragments of stuff before they happen, get a couple other milk pool people together, hive mind it.
No, I think keep it simpler, okay. And just like directly tell people their future.
But I can't.
Well, then you're leaving out like the most interesting part of your whole thing.
No, I mean, I can't, as in I don't actually know people's full futures. I just kind of get glimpses.
You, what?
Yeah, it's actually kind of like a big insecurity of mine. Like if I'm gonna be making prophecy my goat sucking, I should obviously be better at it.
How do you not know?
Well, I just kind of get glimpses of my dimension of some big thing that's gonna happen in yours. It's like, I don't know, sounds, smells. Yours are words, which were what, centroidal?
Centroidal, magnet, sparks, glue.
Yeah, exactly. No idea what that means, but I figured you could take it from there.
No, I can't take it from there. I obviously had no idea where to take any of that.
Whoa. Dude, would you rather I not tell you about some big tragedy you could avoid in your life?
I mean, yeah, dude, because this is torture. Just like knowing that something terrible is gonna happen to me, and all I have to go on is the mumblings of some like weird butthole-mouthed heron moth guy? Like, that's nothing. I assumed that you were giving me clues that would lead me to safety, but I could just piece it all together. But for all you know, and for all I know, you're just like setting me up for some like self-fulfilling prophecy. Like learning about magnets is what's gonna get me killed. And if you didn't have a way to help me, that was very irresponsible. That was very irresponsible of you. That was very irresponsible of you.
Hey, I am sorry, okay? I just see stuff about your dimension and I want to warn you people. I don't know where it comes from, but it feels important. I'm just trying over here. I'm like a magnet for it. Some central glue to the universe, some centroidal essence catching the echoing sparks of everything. Did you hear that? Oh my God, the prophecy. It's not yours. It's mine.
I'm not gonna die?
No, I don't think it's a tragedy this time, Daniel. I think it's a prophecy to my thing. My thing is all of the things, but not like in a muddy, non-committal way. I'm the unifying cryptid.
It's beautiful, Mothman. Yeah, here I was trying to put you in a little box, but you're too multidimensional.
Hey. Love that. Can I use that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. You know, I think I'm ready to go home.
Just, hold on. Shoot. Sorry.
Just reversing it there?
I'm trying. I really should have used better glue on this thing. The magnet's pretty jank.
Centroidal is like the worst plastic manufacturer I've ever. I'm hearing it.
Well, put that down before it sparks.
No, it's fine. I'll just wrap it in my favorite WNBA rally towel.
Well, I did make it pretty clear.
I don't get why you're pushing the moth thing anyways. Moths are like the rats of the butterfly world. Like, why do you want to be Mothman?